Welcome to Learn English Made Easy. We're here to make your journey of learning English smooth and enjoyable.
On today's program, Ana Mateo tells about chorus waves, where they come from, and why space scientists are interested in them. Then, John Russell reports on a gift of thousands of kilograms of live fish received by a food bank in New York. On the health report, Andrew Smith talks about a new treatment for high blood pressure. Finally, learn the ins and outs of food trucks on Lesson of the Day. But first, here is Ana Mateo.
International researchers recently released a study on bursts of energy in an unexpected area of space. Scientists call the energetic activity chorus waves because they are said to move at the same frequency as sounds humans can hear. When the energy is turned into audio signals, the waves sound like birds chirping. Researchers have known about chorus waves in space for many years. But the latest research has found the waves exist 100,000 kilometers from Earth. Chorus waves have never before been measured at such a big distance from a planet. In an email, study writer Chengming Liu from Beihang University in Beijing wrote, "They are one of the strongest and most significant waves in space." Allison Janes is a space physicist at the University of Iowa, who was not involved with the study. Speaking about the recent study, Janes said, "That opens up a lot of new questions about the physics that could be possible in this area." The newfound chorus waves were detected in an area where Earth's magnetic field is stretched out. Scientists said they did not expect to find the waves there. The discovery raises new questions about how the chirping waves form. Janes added, "We definitely need to find more of these events." Scientists still are not sure how the waves develop, but they think Earth's magnetic field may have something to do with it. For many years, radio antennas have picked up chorus waves. This includes receivers at an Antarctica research station in the 1960s. And NASA's 2 Van Allen probes heard the chirping sounds from Earth's radiation belts at a closer distance than the newest observations. The latest chorus waves were picked up by NASA's magnetospheric multiscale satellites. They were launched in 2015 to explore the Earth and the Sun's magnetic fields. Chorus waves have also been found near other planets, including Jupiter and Saturn. The waves can produce high-energy electrons. That means they can threaten satellite communications. The researchers said their findings suggest that chorus waves might be found everywhere in the magnetic fields of planets. The study was released on January 22nd in the scientific publication Nature. I'm Ana Mateo.
A New York food bank was offered a large donation of fresh fish last month, but the gift came with a complication. Local Coho, a New York salmon farm that was closing, wanted to give 18,100 kilograms of coho salmon to the food bank of central New York. The high-quality protein could feed thousands of families. However, the gift fish were still alive and swimming in the farm's large tanks. The organization needed to find a way to remove about 13,000 salmon from the tanks and, later, process them into food. And the food aid group needed to do all this quickly before the business closed permanently at the end of January. Thanks to many volunteers, the group was able to empty the tanks in time, place the fish in cold storage, and transport them to a processor. Brian McManus is the food bank's chief operations officer. He said that the short amount of time to complete the operation made activities difficult. But, he said, I knew that we had the will. I knew we had the expertise. Food waste has been a big problem around the world for years. More than 1/3 of the food produced in the United States is never eaten, and much of it ends up in landfills. Christina Hudson Kohler was among the volunteers who got into the water to collect the fish and put them into the cold storage containers. It's a little bit different, Kohler said during a break. In the past, my volunteer work with the food bank has been sorting carrots or peppers. Local Coho was a new company that had been developing a sustainable salmon farming system. The system employed recirculated water. The company had been supplying coho salmon to buyers, including restaurants, with the goal of building farms across the country. But company officials said they could not raise enough money from investors to grow and become profitable. So they decided to close the business. Adam Kramarczyk was the salmon farm's manager. He said the company did not want the fish to go to waste, so it sought a way to donate them. Kramarczyk said of the effort, "It's lemonade out of lemons." The expression means to create good from a bad situation. The donation is expected to provide more than 26,000 servings of hard-to-source protein for the hungry. Protein, animal protein, is very, very desirable. We know that people need it for nourishment, and it's difficult to get. And so this is going to make a very large impact, said McManus, the food bank chief. I don't anticipate this being here very long, he added. We've had salmon before, but not like this. I'm John Russell.
Michael Garrity had dangerously high blood pressure for many years, and the medicines that doctors gave him could not control it. But a new treatment targeting some nerves on his kidneys has helped the 62-year-old Garrity have normal blood pressure for the first time in years. When some nerves from the kidneys send more signals than is normal, dangerously high blood pressure can result. The new treatment uses ultrasound, or high-frequency sound waves, to reduce the signals the nerves send. My blood pressure would spike, and I'd run out of breath and feel tired, and that doesn't happen anymore, said Garrity, who lives in the American state of Massachusetts. Garrity still takes medicine, but at lower amounts. He said he is very happy with the results of his treatment. About half of U.S. adults have high blood pressure. It increases the risk for heart attacks, strokes, kidney failure, and possibly dementia. Many people do not know they have high blood pressure until something goes wrong. Know your blood pressure. Know the numbers, said Dr. Randy Zusman of Massachusetts General Hospital. He treats difficult cases. He also said people who think they are healthy should still have their blood pressure measured once a year or more. Only a small percentage of people with high blood pressure control the condition well. That might mean there is a need for new treatments. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration approved the new ultrasound treatment about a year ago. Some hospitals are offering the treatment, but only for patients who might be likely to have good results. Blood pressure is measured using two values. One value is called systolic pressure. It is the force blood puts on the walls of arteries as it is pumped out of the heart. The second value is called diastolic pressure. That number measures pressure in blood vessels between heartbeats. The Associated Press reports that normal blood pressure is less than 120/80. However, blood pressure naturally changes throughout the day. It is higher when a person is physically active or experiences tension. But when it stays higher than, for example, 130/80 or higher, it might mean the heart is working too hard. Instead of drugs, doctors advise lifestyle changes as the first step to reduce blood pressure. Changes can include losing weight, getting regular exercise, eating more fruits and vegetables, limiting salt and alcohol, and taking steps to deal with tension or stress in a healthy way. However, if blood pressure reaches 140/90, taking medicine becomes necessary. Zusman said most patients need 2 or 3 drugs, sometimes more, along with healthier living. The high blood pressure Garrity has struggled with resists treatment with drugs. He tried taking 4 to 6 drugs as well as eating healthy food and exercising. Still, his blood pressure regularly reached 150/100 or higher. Dr. Joseph Garasich is a heart specialist at Massachusetts General Hospital. He performed Garrity's operation. He said doctors pass a small tube through blood vessels to reach the kidneys. Then they direct ultrasound through kidney arteries, targeting the nerves. The operation takes about 1 hour. The treatment is not a cure, and it does not help all patients. But Garasich said several studies show on average an 8 to 10-point drop in blood pressure. This small decrease can still help some patients. Others, like Garrity, see bigger drops. This can help reduce the number of medications patients must take. Studies connected to the new ultrasound treatment have only lasted a few years. That means doctors do not yet know if the nerves will grow back. The American Heart Association says people with high blood pressure and their doctors should have thoughtful and informed discussions to decide who might be the right patients to try the treatment. I'm Andrew Smith.